Chris Campbell, competing in the Caribbean Championship for Jamaica. Came fourth a while ago in the Caribbean Championship race. It was a very tight race, a lot of fast cars. We had a little problems with the suspension setup. The car is not handling at all for this track, but we came out with a fourth, and my teammate Douglas Gore with a third place, so we'll work with that for now. Well, we're going to just fool around a little rebound setting and tire pressure just to try and do a little, if you can get a little better handling, but really we need days to tune a car on a track like this. So what we are doing is just trial and error. So that's basically it. The competition is extremely high. You have a lot of well-engineered cars down here, namely the Audi, the Focus. They're well-engineered cars coming out of Europe. These are actually street cars that we buy a couple bolt-on parts and go out there with. So in comparison to dollar value, we are doing extremely well against those cars.
Well, after seeing Andrew King and David falling at the wayside, I'm actually ahead in the Caribbean Championship points right now.
And Maloney.
So, yes, and Maloney. So right now, as far as points are concerned, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, is go out and maximize how much points I can get here in Barbados. So right now, as long as I keep it going and finish the next two races in some point standing, I'll be all right. Because as far as the Caribbean Championship is concerned, I came third overall. So as I said, that's the main objective here today at Bushback.
Tiring. I was doing well until I spun, actually passed a couple of cars, and then I spun in the hammerhead. But after spinning, it's hard to catch back anybody, but still a lot of fun. At least I finished the race. Thanks.
Any special strategies for the next race?
Yes, very simple. Try not to spin, and then I'll be all right.
Overtaking everyone.
The Jamaica track is almost twice the length of Barbados' track. It is the track is very grippy, so it's quite easy to get the power down. It's fast. It has long straights. It has downhill, uphill, tight corners, sweeping corners, and it's really a nice track. It is a track that you can get your car tuned to within a day or two. Barbados is a very difficult track. It is half the size. It has I think it almost has the same amount of corners as Jamaica, and it's half the size. A lot of off-camber corners, so it's very difficult to get the suspension set up for it. And it is a very difficult track. The Jamaican drivers have conceded that Barbados is not an easy track, and they've witnessed it here today because they've had attrition and they've had problems not being able to get their cars on the podium. But that will all come in time. These guys are not new at the game, and they have the expertise and the skill to bring around winner's circle. You know, when we were in Jamaica, the Jamaicans dominated, so you wouldn't expect anything less from Barbadians in Barbados because it's their home turf. First time that the Jamaican drivers have driven here, so it's been very impressive for the first time here. And we'll go on to Guyana and see how we can deal with that turf. Well, the hospitality in Jamaica was second to none. From the time that the Caribbean Championship was decided, I had the likes of Del Gore and David Somerville and Hilary Jardine and Gary Williams, and they took care of everything, organised our accommodations and organised getting the cars out on time. And the camaraderie is an important part of the sport. You know, we don't want to go in one's territory and feel unwelcome because it doesn't give us the want to come back. We all do this for fun, and we want to build relationships. And I certainly made sure or played a role in making sure that we reciprocated. Because I believe that if we're going to develop the sport, it has to be developed through relationships, and we want to feel that we could all be welcomed in one's country, and Caribbean unity is important. So everybody should feel at home when they come to Barbados, and likewise when we go to Jamaica or Guyana. So that is a big part of it. Tonight will be a good experience in our prize giving, and we're looking forward to that as well.
Had a really unlucky weekend. The team went, unbelievable work throughout. We had
on all four cars.
The Jamaica team has been fantastic. Everybody has helped out. The Bajans have been fantastic. They've loaned us everything we've needed each time. But we just seem to have been just not meant to do well here in Barbados. So one of those days, very hard to accept, but we have to just work at it and come back in Guyana.
Yeah. It's all individual racing, and that's what racing is all about.
It's all a part of racing, and I must commend all of the mechanics that worked on all four cars for Team Jamaica. We worked as one cohesive team. It was really fantastic. It was an honor and a privilege for me to work with all the rest of the guys who worked as literally a team. It was fantastic.
Well, we did some very hard work today, very challenging, and I must say we all work together to get this car going, and we have quite a few mishaps, but
we'll make some major improvements to the car. We'll be back in Guyana. We're there to win, so watch out, Andrew. I know AMS will continue to support David Somerville. We'll get down here, make the car right again, and we'll see you in November.